Yup. Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another video from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. And this morning I want to come to y'all. I want to come to y'all with a video talking about how this 8-year-old biracial child was nearly lynched to death in New Hampshire. And I actually came across this story that I was actually checking out my man Torian Rain, and I was checking out Phil from the Advice Show talking about this story, right? And come to find out, this actually went down in New Hampshire. And the young biracial child, he does have a white mother and all that. And he was actually up on the playground right now. Mind you, this is up in New Hampshire, right? Up at Claremont, New Hampshire. And 96%, it's around like 13,000 residents. And it's actually 96% white. It is actually 0.8% of African American and 1.8 biracial. And I found it to be real funny that they actually had to like split up, you know what I mean, African American and biracial and all that, right? And this young biracial kid, he was actually up on the playground playing with his white friends that he thought that he had, right, allegedly. And they wound up like throwing rocks and sticks up at him. They was actually calling him racial epithets, and they wound up taking the rope from like somewhere off of the playground and wound up putting it around his neck. And I believe they said they kicked this boy off the table and he was wound up being hung. So he literally had scars around his neck. He literally had scars around his neck and all that. And he had to be flown to like Dartmouth, one of the hospitals and all that, right? And so the mother came out on Facebook and all that talking about like, you know, she was very furious about that and it should be labeled as a hate crime. And what I found it to be real fucked up is that the police is actually trying to sweep this thing up under the rug, talking about we're not going to release any more information about the case. And what is so sad is that this should be labeled as a hate crime. And what I found it to be very hypocritical is that they're trying to say that, you know, they were children. It was an honest mistake. No, fuck that. Let me tell you something. That was not a mistake. That right there was on the minds of these children. And if you ask me, because you gotta excuse me, y'all gotta think about these things, man. Like, where did these children learn these things from? These children learned this shit from their racist ass white parents and all that. And when they come down to it, you know what I mean? It's like, you mean to tell me that you want to be throwing out racial epithets to this young biracial child and all that, but this child is going to be scarred for life after he was over there playing with his white friends that he thought that he had, and this child is being raised by a white mother and he's a biracial child. And you mean to tell me that you don't even want to release any more information about this case? And see, this is right. You know what I mean? This is a wake call. This is a wake up call to all of the biracials who don't want to identify, you know what I'm saying, of being quote unquote somebody who is quote unquote black, or somebody that is of African descent, or whatever you want to call it. And to me, that is just so sad of seeing little kids that's actually trying to act out something or what they great grandmothers and grandfathers were doing to our ancestors back in the day. And you know, the mother, and at the same time, the mother, she was very furious about the case and all that, because they're not even trying to label this thing as a hate crime. They're trying to say it was a crime and all that, which it is. But how you not going to label this as a hate crime when they were saying racial epithets, calling him niggas and all that, and they literally took a rope from the playground and put it around his neck? If you really see, I'm telling you, man, if you see the pictures I'm talking about, it's like red scars all around his neck from the rope. And they kicked him off of the table or one of those things on the playground, and the boy was literally hanging. The boy almost died. He had to be flown to a different part of the state and all that, you know what I mean, for them to like examine what the fuck happened. That is some fucked up shit. And it really goes to show you, man, that racism still exists. We are not in a post-racist society. I need people to stop going around here saying that we are in a post-racist society. And see, these are the things that we are talking about, because you know what I mean, it is the damn parents. It is the parents that are the ones going around here teaching their children that same old white supremacist mindset, which I say all the time, which is nothing but white inferiority. Why would you do that to a daggone child? Now, mind you, who thought that y'all were his friends? He thought that y'all were his friends, and you're going to do that to a young child, and all of a sudden now this white mom got to be looking at a biracial child and seeing her son being traumatized by something like that we thought that was actually over? Fuck no, it is not over. This is a young man who got to come up in the daggone world, you know what I mean, being raised by a white mother. I'm not sure if the black father's around. I hope that he is around, but You know what I mean? These, and this is part of the reason why you're seeing all of the protests going on as far as like the Colin Kaepernick protests. And that is part of the reason why that tight end from the Cleveland Browns literally took a knee, because he said, I'm going to be raising a child like me. Because we say this all the time, you know what I'm saying? One drop of black blood inside of that, you know what I mean? Inside of that, you know what I mean? Inside of their mother's womb, the child is quote unquote black. You feel me? They said that themselves. So, you know what I mean? So, this is a warning, you know what I mean? Even to you biracials, at the end of the day, they still look at y'all as another nigga any daggone way. You can't hide from that damn melanin that is in your skin. You can't hide from that, you know what I mean, from your broad nose and your full lips. But, you know what I mean? But back to the case in point. This is a very sad situation. And, you know what I mean? And these are going to be the type of children that is going to be going up, still trying to perpetuate that system. This is starting off as children. See, this is a sign right here to let y'all know this is how, you know, this is how this stuff is being ingrained into this is how this stuff is being ingrained into these young children's minds. And they keep going around here saying don't have the victim mindset. Now, mind you, I don't want us to be playing the victim, but I damn for sure don't want our children to be going up in the world still being victimized of seeing things like that. You know, that is some fucked up shit. It needs to be labeled hate crime, and then goddamn police. You know what I'm saying? They need to release that shit, talking about we're not going to release any more information. Because this is in a small town where, like I said, 90%, 96% white, you know what I mean, 0.8%, which is African American, and 1.8% biracial. And see, this is exactly what we're talking about. We got to start raising our children around our own people. You know what I'm saying? Even if the child is being raised up even with a white mother or a white father, you know what I mean, with a black mother or a black father or whatever the case may be, that is some fucked up shit. And it's not a coincidence that the media is not putting this thing out there. And so, like I said, man, like, you know what I mean, to my people, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, even to you, other people that are out there raising biracial children, you need them around your people. Or I'm going to say some sort of neighborhood that's going to be like, you know what I mean, that's going to be diverse. I'm not even going to say integrated. I'm going to say more so diverse, because they need to be around their people, you know what I mean, per se. I will more so say that instead of a town, especially when you're raising biracial children. You know, so I had to put together this video on the situation, man. And I felt the need had to bring this out there, you know what I mean, to my subscribers and to my audience, because I felt this subject need to be touched upon. Keep on liking and subscribing to my channel. I always appreciate the love. And this is B Miles coming to you live once again from the B Miles 84 Conscious channel. One love once again. Peace.